Ramen, a Japanese food that foreign tourists visiting Japan should know about. This ramen is not the expensive ramen aimed at foreign tourists. I would like people from other countries to experience the taste of the common people that every Japanese person loves so dearly. So, this time I visited a place that may be misleading to say is everywhere. The so-called common people's taste. Could this wording also be misleading? Japanese is difficult. What I want to say is that it has a taste that appeals to everyone. In other words, it is not too light but not too strong either. In other words, it has a simple taste. In short, it's a flavor that your body can accept without having to think too deeply about it. Would that make it even more difficult to understand? If I had to say, it would be family style, and in the case of a restaurant with a unique style, I would be on guard, but if anything, at a ramen restaurant that pursues a down-to-earth flavor, you can enjoy the ramen without having to prepare yourself, which in a way may be luxurious. Sometimes, I feel like savoring the simple deliciousness of food without being caught up in such thoughts. From a personal perspective, I think that a taste like that would make you want to go back at least once or twice a month, or even more frequently. So, the restaurant I visited this time, Kurumaya Ramen Casacabe Branch number 16, 736 Masatomi, Casacabe City, Saitama Prefecture. A nationwide chain seems to have just that kind of flavor. So I went straight into the restaurant and ordered a large serving of miso butter corn ramen topped with bean sprouts. Best of all, I'm glad I don't have to wait outside. After a few minutes of waiting, it finally arrived. This is it. The visuals are exactly the same as the photos on the menu. Being able to imagine the taste at a glance is one of the best parts of this type of ramen that everyone will love, and I'm happy to say that it's not an exaggeration. So here's a haiku. Taste is like two swords, chopsticks, and spoon in honor of Shohei Ohtani, a Major League Baseball player. I think anyone who likes ramen will understand, but I'm sure there's that thrill you feel when you focus on that first bite. Which comes first, the noodles or the soup? Am I the only one who thinks the first bite is what makes the difference? Maybe I'm exaggerating a bit. Having said that, I noticed something while editing the Sorajiro / Menzu Club video. In my case, I definitely tend to eat the noodles first. In terms of story structure, it would have been better to start with the soup, but it seems that's not the case. I've gone off topic a bit, but first of all, there's something fun about pushing aside the bean sprouts and scooping out the noodles. First, I took a bite of the bean sprouts and started munching on the noodles. I grinned to myself when I first encountered the noodles. He drops his gaze to the noodles he has scooped up, then performs the ritual of blowing on the noodles and taking a bite in one go. It's a blissful moment. As if to carefully remove the butter that sits on top of the bean sprouts with my chopsticks, I take a bite of the sprouts, then a bite of the noodles. Occasionally scoop up the soup with a spoon, twice to reconfirm its deliciousness. Then, scoop up the corn with a slotted spoon, and slowly take a bite, a blissful moment. It's like a ritual, with the process being almost like repeating a set routine before eating Kurumaya Ramen, a large portion with miso butter corn and bean sprout topping. Just something to add, I'd like to say. That is the bean sprout topping that is offered at ramen shops, which are called mashamashi or something like that, but it is completely different from the watery bean sprouts that are just submerged in hot water. In the case of the bean sprout topping at Kurumaya Ramen, the bean sprouts are thoroughly seasoned and fried in a wok before being topped on, so the ramen soup does not get diluted, which I think is why it is so popular. I was impressed by the consistent taste that was just as I had imagined, And as I repeated the process, my chopsticks continued to move forward rapidly, and before I knew it, I was seeing the bottom of the bowl. Although my doctor always tells me to be careful about taking in too much salt, I realized that I was pampering myself today, thinking it was okay. There's nothing I can do about this. So, thanks for the meal. I wonder where I should go next. My foodie journey continues. Thank you for always watching. So, please don't forget to subscribe to Azuma Sorajiro channel. Incidentally, at Kurumaya Ramen, when you order noodles you get rice for free, which I think is an appreciated service for those who like hearty food. There was a time when I would order a large serving of miso butter corn ramen with rice, but that's no longer the case. If one bowl of rice could add 1 centimeter to your waist, just thinking about it is scary. So, see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.